Hello, everybody. sPidA here, the Fight Card Podcast, coming to you from San Antonio, Texas. Being joined by Lewis Garcia. Bro, how are you, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Man, I'm doing great, bro. And by the looks of it, it looks like you're about ready to go in the ring, man. What's going on? You in training?
Yeah, I'm about to train here a little bit.
Okay, okay. I'll make this short and sweet, bro. But I appreciate you jumping on this with me. Of course, this is about the fight coming up, man, for Pantheon Fighting Championship. It is their sixth installment, and of course, this is going to be your first fight in a cage, right, or in the ring, for that matter.
Yeah, it is my first.
And what was it that led you to combat sports, bro? When did this begin for you?
Well, I started watching the UFC and I became very inspired by how the fighters were able to like get in the ring and just fight, and I felt like that was something for me to do. So, and I really
Now,
fit in. Well.
like growing up, were you involved in sports? I mean, were you playing like football, baseball, basketball, anything like that?
Yeah, I've always been in sports my whole life. Played football since a little kid, so I've always been physical, had the aggression.
And I mean, now because fighting, I mean, it is a team effort. I mean, it takes a team to get there, man. But being that it's one on one, and is that kind of what like made you want to do this? Like, it's just you versus somebody else?
Yeah, I really like the fact that it's like only me in there, and I can only really blame myself if anything goes wrong. Because sometimes, on the field, other people might mess up, and that's no good for you. So if anything happens on me, I know that's on me, and I can correct it.
No, no, for sure, man. And I mean, and this being your first fight, man. I mean, of course, it's going to be an amateur fight, so you're going to get experience along the way. Now, when they came up to finding a gym, I mean, of course, right now you're training out of Genesis Jiu Jitsu. What was it? What was it that you were looking for, man? I mean, when you were out there looking for a gym to train at, like, what was it that attracted you to Genesis?
I was just looking for something like something close to me, somewhere close where I live, and somewhere good to train. They had really good reviews on their website, so I thought it was like the place for me.
No, for sure, man. And now, as far as I mean, competing, of course, this is going to be happening Saturday, November 19th. What, like 2 weeks away, man. So, are you nervous, anxious? What's going on?
No, I'm very excited. I want to get in there and fight, man.
No, you look pretty calm right now, bro. You're actually scaring me, man. So, I mean, obviously, this is something you want to do, right?
Yeah, I can't wait another day, man.
And of course, it is Friday, and you're sparring, man. So, I mean, for those out there watching, I mean, what kind of commitment does it take? Because everybody's like, I want to go fight, but you got to sacrifice a lot, though, right?
Oh yeah, tons of hours in the gym, hitting the bag. It's a lot of work. You have to sacrifice a lot of stuff, whether it's going out with your friends or family. You
No,
gotta sacrifice a lot of time in the gym that you could be using time in somewhere else.
no, and of course, man, this fight, I mean, it is going to be in Oklahoma. So, are you taking family with you, friends? Who's going to be out there supporting you? I mean, your teammates, of course, but anybody else?
Yeah, I have my boy Jackson who's gonna be fighting with me, and then I have my coach Mark Del Rosa. Uh, Kendrick Williams is also my coach, but he's not gonna be able to make it this time. Then I have my dad coming and a little bit of my family on my dad's and mom's side. So yeah, a little bit of friends too. Not
No,
not make it.
you see, and I mean, being that you're going to have people there, man, does that make you nervous, knowing that they're going to be there watching you?
No, not at all. I'm good. Yeah, I know. It's on me. So
Nice, man. I like that attitude, man. I'm gonna tag a few people about that, bro. Because yeah, it's a lot of people tend their everything else. They blame everything else, but I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, man, it's you plus one, right? So,
yeah.
and now kickboxing, is this what you're looking to? Are you leaning towards kickboxing, or is this just something to keep you busy till you get into MMA or boxing?
Kickboxing is yeah, it's pretty much the roots until I'm heading forward to MMA when I get older. Start competing MMA. That'll
You
be
see,
my
how old are you right now, bro?
14.
Am I sorry?
14 years old and 3 months.
You see, and on this one, because it is amateur kickboxing. I mean, does it take like did your parents have to sign for this, or how does that work?
What was that?
Like, because you are underage. I mean, did you have your parents have to sign for this, like for you to compete?
I'm not too sure. The rules in Oklahoma are pretty weird, so I don't know what they did. But Mark Del Rosa, he knows all about that. He's the one to fight.
No, for sure, man. And I mean, of course, I mean, at that age, bro, I mean, there's a lot of people out there, myself included. At 14, I was busy skateboarding and doing the whole lot of nothing, man. So, what is it that makes you commit to this, man? I mean, obviously you want to compete, but I mean, is it something else? Are you like, you know what? I mean, this is your I guess your go-to.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I look at this as my future, and I gotta take care of my future. It's the only thing I look forward to.
No.
So yeah.
And let me ask you, bro, because I mean, of course, education is it's first, bro. I mean, of course, you want to graduate, you want to go to college or pursue a career, man. So I mean, fighting, of course, it's a lot of people do it full time. When the time is right, of course, with sponsors and everything else, man. But are you looking at like venturing into anything after high school?
Well, not if I have to. I'm pretty uh, confident of getting noticed by then. By the time I'm out of high school, my dream is like to make it to the UFC. So
Nice.
yeah,
For sure, man. And I'm sure, I mean, you're still young. So, of course, I'm sure as you get older, as you maybe get closer to that, man, because, of course, um, what I always tell fighters, I mean, I've been in this game for years, man, and I would always tell them, like, you know what, if you're going to make it alive, like, look into other ventures, like personal training, look into, uh, as far as like anything having to do with sports, man, because, of course, you want to have a plan B, plan A, plan B, and at the same time you can make money on the side, especially as a trainer or as a personal trainer, so I'm sure when that time comes, man, you'll be ready though.
yeah. I have a job already actually with my dad on the weekends, and I work all summer too. So
Nice, bro. And now let me ask you, bro, training, how before this fight were you training once a day, I mean once a week, or how did it change? Are you training like twice a week now?
I'm training pretty much every day except for weekends, and even on the weekends I'll call up Mark and he'll probably like he'll hold pads for me,
Yeah.
get some extra work in. Yeah, I've always trained pretty much every day, even without the fight. I've been training pretty hard, about 2 hours a day.
Man. Yeah,
And
how long have you been wanting to compete, man? Because I mean you're still young, bro, so I mean when did that happen for you?
well, I've always wanted to compete, but I've never wanted to get in there and not be ready.
Right.
But Mark was telling me, he was like, "Yeah, you look like you're ready, and I'm gonna get you a fight." And so I was like, "Yeah, let's go for it." And we're here.
Nice, bro. And as far as training partners, because I know you have a teammate that's going to be fighting with you on the same card that night, but who's out there helping you get ready for this, bro?
Yeah, I train with a bunch of pros. Um, there's this guy called Travis St. John, and I train with him. I train with another guy. I think his name is Isaiah. I'm not sure about his last name, but I train with him too. Bunch of pros. They're experienced in Muay Thai, so they're
Nice.
they're pretty skilled. And I train with Isaiah. I mean Jackson and Kendrick and Mark. They're always there for me too.
No,
Bunch of
you see, having training partners like that too, man, it's got to motivate you, right? Because I mean, you see what they're going through, and I mean, you guys, I'm sure, pretty much doing the same thing, right? When it comes to training.
yeah. Training with a bunch of pros, I feel pretty confident. Just competing down low with the other guys. So I mean, I'm training with a bunch of pros, and to go down and compete with people who I know aren't gonna be like as good as me, I
Yeah.
think I'm pretty confident in that.
No, for sure, man. I didn't know you were that young, man. I thought you were like 18, 19. That's why I was like, man, I mean, I thought you were in college, bro. So that's pretty
Uh,
good, man. Hella impressive, bro.
yeah, thanks, man. Thanks.
And let me ask you, bro. As far as going into this bout, I mean, I know the team's supporting you. Do you have any sponsors? Is there anybody out there outside the box helping you for this?
I don't have any sponsors myself, but I know the gym has a lot of sponsors.
And now, and once again, man, I mean, of course, this is going to be your first fight in combat sports. It is kickboxing. like, have you talked to your coaches? Are you kind of like, okay, let me fight, twice a year, 4 times a year? I mean, what's the schedule look like for next year?
Well, we haven't really looked into that, but I think we plan to compete pretty often. Yeah, this isn't something that I'm gonna take a break from. So yeah, we're gonna be competing a lot.
No, no, I can imagine, man. And I'm sure, like, come summertime, I'm sure your pops will give you some time off just to be able to keep competing, right? Or training.
Yeah, but I like to train anyways. Stay in shape. I lift pretty much every day. I lift
Nice.
at school, and then I got football after school, and then I got training after football. So I'm pretty busy.
Oh, so you're still playing football then?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. And how does that work? I mean, now that you're training in combat sports, man, does the training over there kind of, are you kind of like, do you work out more towards like, combat sports now, or is it just still the same?
Well, combat sports. Um. Well, yeah, pretty much the same.
You see, because I have a buddy that's here, man, and he's actually he plays semi pro football, man, and the guy's explosive, dude. So I know I asked him at one time, like, man, do you think it kind of like helped you now for combat sports? Because the guy's explosive. I mean, he's got good power, and I mean, do you think it kind of helped you out being an athlete and now going into this?
Oh yeah, definitely. Combat sports, the amount of pressure it puts on you, it's nothing compared to what I can feel in football or anything. So going in there with just pretty much gloves and that's it. I think everyone should fight. I think everyone should fight and have that pressure on you.
No, yeah, man, that's the same, man. You should be punched in the face at least once your lifetime, man, just to give you a reality check, man. But sparring will do that to you, man. It'll humble a lot of people. So I agree with you, man. I mean, people should get in the fight at least once in their lifetime.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Overcome
now,
that.
I mean, being that you're young, man. I mean, what is it? When you go to school, I mean, what is it that keeps you motivated?
I have a lot of coaches push me all the time at school and at the gym as well. So yeah, they're always pushing me and talking about by the time you start fighting, no one's gonna be on your level, and I really do believe that.
Nice. You see, man, and of course, I mean, you're competing. It's gonna be your first bout, man. But I mean, your friends, what do they think about this, man? Do any of them train with you at the gym?
I don't have any friends from school that compete. I mean, train with me at the gym. I've been trying to get them, but some people just don't have it in them. You're either
Right.
born, you're either born with this or you're not.
No, no, I agree, man. That's not, I tell people now, man. I mean, maybe back then, maybe I would have, dude. I mean, now, not so much, bro. But I'll leave it. I'll leave it up to you, young guys, bro. Y'all can do this, a little bit more.
Yeah.
But man, I apologize once again for getting in here a little late, bro. But I do thank you, man. And actually, you're pretty humble, man. I mean, you definitely surprised me with the age. But I wish you the best of luck come fight night. Anybody you want to thank before we wrap this up, bro?
Oh yeah. Big thank you to Mark Del Rosa. He's the one that got this all to happen. So Mark, thank you for that. Kendrick, he's really pushed me through this fight camp. Uh, yeah, he's really pushed me, trained me really well. Kendrick Williams and all my training partners, Travis, Isaiah, Jackson, all they pushed me. So big shout out to them. Thank you very much.
Not a
That's it.
No, no, I appreciate you, man. Once again, man, I wish you the best of luck. I don't know if they're gonna stream that promotion. I looked it up earlier, but if they do, I'll go ahead and share that for the people, man. But best of luck come fight night. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon after this, bro. I'm gonna keep up with you after this. I'm curious to see what's next.
All right, man. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
everybody out there. Fight up, the Fight Card Podcast. Till next time, follow up.